So today's the last day of 2021, and the Sixers celebrated big time last night by getting their biggest win of the season in Brooklyn. Today we discuss it all. Let's go. Perfect. What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome back on into Philly Take with RB. Like always, hit that like button if you enjoy the content. One more time for 2021. Subscribe if you're new to the channel and hit the bell so you get all the notifications when we drop content or go live. This is our last video of 2021, and I just wanted to take a quick second to thank each and every one of you for the continued appreciation and support. Whether we agree, disagree, doesn't matter, man. We come in here and we're a family and we're growing the community. Let's continue to rise to bigger heights in 2022, because this year we did some things that I really thought, were unthinkable in my mind. And it's just been a crazy year, so I really appreciate each and every one of you. Last night was our last live stream of 2021, and boy, was it a fun one. The Sixers take down the Brooklyn Nets 110-102 in Brooklyn with Joel Embiid waving them off the floor on the road. It's unbelievable. What a game. This Sixers team impressed me, and just what a way to cap off what's been really an insane year for this franchise as we head in to a brand new 2022. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you are all safe. And I hope you all enjoyed last night's game, because the Sixers come down to it, and down the stretch, we can talk about the game. We could talk about the first quarter, how we came out hot and this, and, game or runs back and forth. All I care about is what I saw in the fourth quarter last night. Obviously, Doc Rivers was out, and I'm not going to say it's a coincidence either way, but Dan Burke securing his first W as a head coach. And boy, oh boy, we ran through Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey down the stretch. How long have we been screaming this? For weeks and months. This offense needs to run through Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. They are the focal points of today. And I watched Tyrese Maxey, and it was like the rubber band was stretching on him. The rubber band was stretching, and finally, pop. They let it go. They let him play freely, and you see what he did down the stretch. Big shot after big shot, big bucket, just ice in his veins, man. That kid is going to be special. Tyrese Maxey with 25 points last night, 10 for 18 from the field, 5 for 8 from beyond the arc. 5 for 8 from beyond the arc. Think about that. 5 3-pointers for Tyrese Maxey, who in his second year in the NBA is 21 years old, pretty much his first year actually starting. Tyrese Maxey came out last night, and the one knock coming on him out of college was that he could not shoot the three ball. He came out last night and hit 5 threes. 5. Meanwhile, a special someone in their 5th year in the NBA won't even shoot one. You see what I mean? You see how crazy that is? Wow, just think about that. Anyway, 7 rebounds and 4 assists for Tyrese Maxey. No turnovers, as he had to guard James Harden as well. Unbelievable. Joel Embiid, the story once again, 34 points, 11 for 23 from the field, 3 for 5 from deep, 9 for 12 from the charity stripe, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block. It's just unbelievable reading this guy's stat line and just trying to think about, is this, even reality? Is it even reality sometimes? Because, and it's funny, like, we haven't heard the little haters, the trolls, the Ben Fenders in a long time. And honestly, I just have to put it out there. This is the home of the hottest takes. I got to be honest. Joel Embiid, to me, is top 3 in the MVP conversation right now. Just to see the way that he is carrying this team without sufficient help. Without another counterpart that he can really rely on. It's unbelievable what this guy's doing. Think about that stat line for a second, man. It's just unreal. Interesting stat for you. Joel Embiid continues to dominate on the road. He is the first 76er since Wilt Chamberlain in 1967-68 to average at least 36 points per game and 10 rebounds per game over 7 road games. He has 30-plus in his last 7 road games. It's unreal, man. And again, I don't want to hear any more slander, any more trolling about Joel Embiid. He is one of the greats in this game. He transcends. He really transcends. It's unreal sometimes to see a guy of his caliber, hitting step backs, off the dribble. It's crazy. It really is. And, I'm glad that we're not hearing any of the trolling anymore. And I'm just expecting this guy to continue to take it to greater heights, because every single game, he just blows my mind. It blows my mind what he can do. And now he's hitting that scary stride, that scary groove where he's hitting his threes, he's hitting jumpers, he's hitting these crazy shots. He's back in MVP form, and he's, getting down low every game, living in the paint, and he's not settling as much, man. It's been special, and it's time to get him some help because he deserves it. He really does. Joel Embiid, unbelievable. Let's look at the last bucket he had last night that kind of led up to the whole scuffle. Look at this. Joel Embiid, he had an and one bumping Maxey's chest. You see Niang there in the back, getting fired up. Toby, one possession down the stretch. Toby couldn't hit the floater or the little fadeaway. Joel gets it, cleans it up. Look at Niang pushing him in the back. Joel getting hype. Unbelievable. And then we have this scene where Joel Embiid is so savage. The Trowell is back. Trowell is officially back. He's waving off the Nets on their home floor, talking his stuff to Kevin Durant. And by the way, after the game, KD said that, they were just playing fun. It was respectful. And Embiid said that KD is one of the only guys he can really believe is more talented than he is. And these guys have respect for each other. But just to see Joel, and honestly, he's better when he's in that Trowell mood, and he's back. And after a game the other night where, it was a tough win, but we scratched it out, Joel had a huge game. And he's messing around, and he's even trolling Tyrese Maxey, right, saying like, "Oh, you stunk tonight." And Joel's he's just happy. He's happy, and he is in his stride right now. It's unbelievable. And down the stretch, big shot after big shot. By the way, after he had to come back after Blake Griffin almost rolled his ankle the wrong way, and it was sore. I bet it was hurting him, and he still finds a way to muscle through. But anyway, Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey last night, what they did is mold the identity and the future. Those two are the future of this team. We don't know how much time Joel Embiid has, but we do know he still is playing at the best of his ability right now. And when you add talent like Tyrese Maxey, and this is why I keep saying with all these reactionary takes, we're not far off. We get the right piece at the deadline. We get a wing that can help stretch the floor and help on both sides of the ball. When you have a guy elevating right now with the maturity level of Tyrese Maxey, you are not far off. You are not far off. And then you have Curry, who had a terrible, terrible first half. He comes back, and he shoots 5 for 6 in the second half, draining threes and just hitting a big one down the stretch. I mean, this team's not far off. And meanwhile, we win this game with Tobias Harris, who once again played terrible, 4 for 14 from the field with 9 points. Like I've been saying, I think Tobias Harris, if the Sixers go out and get another piece, is going to have to revert into like that fourth option role. And I know there's an ego thing to it, but at the end of the day, you're just not cutting him, man. And Tobias is taking, contested shots. He's not making the game easy for himself. A lot of isolation just doesn't look right. And I think, obviously the imminent trade is the 2-5 trade, but we're going to have to see how Tobias kind of, takes a seat in the back here. And, that one thing that really sticks out to me was late down the stretch. We didn't even talk about Maxey enough yet, but he hits 2 of the biggest threes from the corner, cashing it in. Like I said, just seeing the ice in his veins. And then he ends up, hitting a little midi baseline to kind of help seal it. But on one of those late threes, Tobias Harris deferred. He was wide open, but he deferred to Maxey, and I thought that was a big step because he realized, this kid has it right now. He has it, and it just shapes what we need to see going forward. If Doc Rivers now comes back, or whenever he comes back out of protocols, and we go down the stretch of games and Tobias has the ball in his hands, you're just going to see it. It doesn't make sense. Doc will never come out of his ways. We literally saw the formula last night. For once, the Sixers solely ran through Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter, and we beat the best team in the Eastern Conference. We took down Kevin Durant and James Harden and the Nets. All right, and for all those people that want to talk defense, you know what? Did we need elite defense to win that game? Because Kevin Durant and James Harden had 33 apiece. No, maybe all along what we needed was a point guard who could actually attack and get us buckets in crunch time. You ever think about that? Did you ever think about that? What's even better is the chemistry developing between these two who are the dynamic duo and the future of this team. And it's really scary to think about Maxey, again, who's only 21. But here's Maxey's courtside interview after the game.
Last game, Joel told me I was trash. He told me he told me I was trash last game, and I told him I got him this game. And, hey, I just went out here and tried my hardest for my teammates.
So a guy gets told he's trash, obviously in a joking manner, but then he comes out and uses it as motivation to get better and has a huge game in what, in the best win of the year. Another guy I know might have just took the next 6 months off. But anyway, then these two, who obviously, again, were poking fun at each other last game, they come out and here's what they had to say this game.
There we go.
Yo, you see what happened when you freaking shoot threes?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Floor is mine? Oh, okay. Mr. Embiid. Now, today, last time out, I think I shot 11 shots. I probably missed 10. So today, let's see. Oh, I shot the 3.
You went great today.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I appreciate it.
That's how you respond to criticism.
Come on, man. I told you I got you.
Joel Embiid says that's how you respond to criticism. Little shot, subliminally, maybe, who knows? But yeah, man, that clip right there really warms my heart. You can just see Joel's happy. He's got a guy that he trusts, that he can go and defer to, and that can really just help take some of that pressure off his shoulders. But man, Maxey is just looking so far on the upside. I don't care. I'm not including him in any trade package, okay? We need a wing to help complement, but Maxey's looking like a future stud. And, above all, like we've had guys here that I've even put my trust in that have so much potential and upside and talent, but the difference between Maxey is he has this. He has the it factor. He's got the heart. He's willing to improve. Honestly, I say Joel Embiid is in the MVP conversation. Maxey might be in the most improved player conversation. Look at what he's done last year to this year, and he's getting starter minutes now, and he's only 21. The kid has so much upside, and he's got the heart and is willing to get better and put it all on the floor every night. Absolutely beautiful. They have now molded the identity. They have molded the identity of the Sixers offense and what it should look like going forward. Maxey and Embiid, that's how the offense needs to run. And I'm telling you, if we add another piece and if the bench is consistent with guys like Niang providing spark like he did last night, 9 points, 3 threes late in the game to help us out, Sixers are not far off. They can compete this year. But those are just all my thoughts. I want to hear from you. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think. Everybody have a happy new year. Be safe. And like always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you in the new year. Peace.
Perfect.